Howdy, howdy. What a beautiful day for a very special ceremony. I'm John August, and I'm privileged to serve as the Carl B. King Dean of our School of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. And on behalf of the faculty, staff, other students, supporters, and friends of our school, and your profession of veterinary medicine, I welcome you, the class of 2025, and your guests to the 2024 White Coat Ceremony. We have a number of distinguished guests who will be joining me on the stage in a little while and in the audience, and please allow me to introduce them right now. Dr. Nancy Carter is the president-elect of the Texas Veterinary Medical Association. She's also a mentor for the class of 2025. Mr. Larry Walker is Assistant Vice President of Development for the Texas A&M Foundation, who's joining us on stage today, and he'll be sharing some more information about our school's White Coat Ceremony. And Dr. Cornell, who's over there on my left at the other podium, Associate Dean for Professional Programs for the School of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. In addition, I'd like to welcome Dr. Pancho Hubert, Chair of the Texas Veterinary Medical Association Board of Directors, Dr. Jody Long, immediate past president of the Texas Veterinary Medical Association, Mr. Troy Alexander, Executive Director of the Texas Veterinary Medical Association. We greatly appreciate our friends and partners at the TVMA being represented today, and they partner with us and support us in so many important ways for academic excellence. So please join me in welcoming all of our distinguished guests to this ceremony. So here's a quote. Anne Sexton, American poet, said, "Finding your real purpose or passion is like searching all over the house for your car keys, only to find and discover that they were in your own hands all the time. Put your ear down to your soul and listen hard." So class of 2025, you have listened to your soul and you've determined your passion lies somewhere in this amazing profession of veterinary medicine. What you may do with your DVM degree is limited only by your imaginations. The white coat is symbolic of your progression through the veterinary curriculum. You are less than 2 months away from beginning your clinical rotations in the veterinary medical teaching hospital and 3/4 of your way through the DVM curriculum with almost all of your didactic instruction behind me. So give me a big whoop on that one. Okay. The white coat represents professionalism in actions and appearance. Putting on your white coat today is a reminder of the honor and the privilege you've been granted. And you've worked very hard for to become part of the veterinary profession, part of the legacy of the Texas A&M University School of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. You may not realize it, but you are ready. This day is entirely about you and your readiness for the next step. All of us gathered here and those attending virtually today want to recognize you for this very impressive achievement. We've got some other people I'd like to recognize today. So firstly, parents. Will all of the parents please stand if able? Parents, please stand. Thank you, parents of the class of 2025. Without you, we would not have this outstanding class of veterinary professionals. We know you have made sacrifices for your daughters and sons in order for them to follow their dreams. Okay, how many of you really told your student that you would provide support for their DVM education only if they went to Texas A&M and not if they went anywhere else? Yes, you're true Aggie parents, for which you'll always be recognized and appreciated. So, spouses and partners, would you please stand if you're able? Spouses and partners. How do we thank you enough? The veterinary curriculum is very rigorous and it's approaching 75% completion for these students. The time commitments and stresses can really tax families. Thank you for your endless support of your spouses and partners in recognition of their lifelong dreams and aspirations. Children of students, if we have some here, will you please stand if able or be held up? Have we got any children here? We know you must be very proud of your mom or dad. Children of veterinarians are really very special. They have very unique privileges. They have access to some very unusual toys. So, and thank you also to brothers, sisters, cousins, honorary family members, and friends. Thank you all for your support as well. So next, I'd like to recognize the Aggie family, which includes our faculty, staff, and administrators. You, the class of 2025, are a large part of the reason these outstanding educators are at Texas A&M. I'm so proud of the faculty who teach you. They love to teach, they care about you, they challenge you to reach your full potential. There's a culture at Texas A&M School of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences to keep the student central to our mission. Our faculty and staff put in long hours on your behalf. While you're on critical care duty, many are at your side. Others are working on classes in their offices or at home. Others are developing innovative learning experiences for you. Some are making discoveries that will change the way you practice veterinary medicine and help you save lives. Also want to thank our school's professional program office staff for all of their hard work, many thousands of details, and their efforts in planning this special event today. Please give recognition to my colleagues, the faculty. And now it gives me great pleasure to ask Mr. Larry Walker to come to the podium. Larry is our Assistant Vice President of Development for the School of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. Prior to his return to Texas A&M University, Larry worked in corporate sales and leadership. He now works with our most generous friends and donors who want to invest in our students, faculty, and programs at the Texas A&M Foundation. Larry graduated from Texas A&M in 1997 with a degree in biomedical science and a minor in bioenvironmental science, and later completed his MBA at Texas A&M's beautiful Galveston campus. Along the way, Larry excelled as a student athlete with Texas A&M's university football team. He was one of the fearsome wrecking crew, and later with the Kansas City Chiefs NFL football team. I don't mess with Larry. When not working with our donors, Larry can be found helping his wife, Dr. Diana Walker. She's Texas A&M University School of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences DVM class of 2012, with the wonderful animal clinic they co-founded in Bryan, and also corralling their 3 dachshunds. Please help me welcome Larry Walker to the podium.
Thank you, Dean August. It is a privilege to be here today. It's a privilege for 2 reasons. First, these white coats symbolize struggle, grit, determination, and frankly, some of the people in this room overcoming the odds. In a couple years, the white coats will go on to represent something else. Professionalism, compassion, competence, and comfort to clients and colleagues. That leads to the second reason that I'm privileged to be here. My favorite quote is, "We all sit under trees that someone else planted." And I get to tell a story of one of our friends that planted a tree that impacted everyone here today. I get to tell a brief story of the benefactor of this white coat ceremony, Dr. Jeannie Fairweather. Her endowment covers the cost of the white coats being presented here and funds scholarships for some of our DVM students. Dr. Fairweather was not a DVM. She was an MD. She was not an Aggie. But over the years of bringing her rambunctious boxers to our small animal hospital, and some of you know what rambunctious means. I think my mom called me rambunctious at one point. She decided she really wanted to make a difference in the lives of our DVM students. As I look at this class, as I look at your friends, your family, your loved ones, I feel like Dr. Jeannie Fairweather really did make a difference in our program. Dr. Fairweather planted a tree that we're all still sitting under. So I'll end with Dr. Jeannie's quote to each of these DVMs to be, "Your studies are hard, but worthwhile. There are so many wonderful things you will be able to do all the rest of your life for God's creatures and their human families. I know you will succeed. At times, you will be very tired and discouraged. Say a little prayer, put on your white coat, and you will do well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Larry. Dr. Jean Fairweather is a reminder of the large impact each one of us can have through even the smallest of acts. When you do what is right, when you put the patient and people first in a sincere and compassionate way, good things always happen. Never forget that every day you represent Texas A&M University, the veterinary profession, your family, and importantly, your own personal brand. You stimulate people like Dr. Fairweather to invest in you and those who will follow you, and to give back to your school. Dr. Karen Cornell is truly a gifted administrator, and she serves our school as the Associate Dean for Professional Programs. We really worked hard to recruit her to Texas A&M University several years ago, and she has impressed us ever since. Under her leadership, our DVM class of 2023 achieved the highest pass rate in the nation on the North American Veterinary Licensing Exam. No pressure, class of 2025. Okay. As we welcome Dr. Cornell to the podium, I want to let you know that we have a professional photographer who will take a photograph of each white coat recipient today, and who will then upload all of the images to our school Flickr site for you to download for free of charge. So I encourage you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the full ceremony. And now, with the class of 2025, please prepare to receive your white coats.
There. It's like Harry Potter's Wizarding World, right? Howdy, my name is Karen Cornell, and Dean August, thank you for your comments, but the credit to our student success goes to our students and to our dedicated faculty. And we have several dedicated faculty with us today. You met them peripherally just a minute ago. You'll meet them again as they each begin to help assist your student as they don their white coat for the first time. The first person, faculty member that I'd like to identify for you is Dr. Stacy Ekman. Dr. Ekman is a 2001 graduate of our own DVM program and currently serves as the Associate Dean of Hospital Operations. She's also a clinical associate professor in the Department of Clinical Sciences. Now, as I introduce each student, I'm going to say their full name and their hometown. And then after I say their hometown, if you want to give it a whoop up, I'm all good with that. Just let me get through the hometown, okay? So our first student is Sasha Adams. She's from Huntsville, Texas. Hannah Adrian from Aledo, Texas. L. Alvarado from Little Rock, Arkansas. Elizabeth Anderson from Florine, Louisiana. Olivia Ashbaugh from Warren, Pennsylvania. Tiana August from Beaumont, Texas. Daisy Balderas from Austin, Texas. Aaron Beggs from Lindale, Texas. Jonathan Balin from Weimar, Texas. Deanna Berry from Katy, Texas. Our next faculty member is Dr. Kate Eicher. Dr. Eicher is a 2012 graduate of the Texas A&M DVM program, and she's currently the assistant professor in the Department of Small Animal Clinical Sciences. Juhi Bundarker from Allen, Texas. Haley Boyd from Hawkins, Texas. Micaiah Bradford from Lubbock, Texas. Delaney Brawley from Seminole, Texas. Beth Briscoe from Coppell, Texas. Joshua Brown from Keller, Texas. Megan Brown from Hammond, Indiana. Rachel Busselman from Omaha, Nebraska. Alexandria Butler from Victoria, Texas. Victoria Caballero from Carrollton, Texas. Our next faculty member is Dr. Tracy Bimala-Polly. She's a 1998 graduate from the Virginia Maryland College of Veterinary Medicine and a clinical professor in the Department of Small Animal Clinical Sciences. Daniela Cadena Martinez, Burleson, Texas. Dabney Cahill from Grapevine, Texas. Ethan Carter from Missouri City, Texas. Seth Carwile from Montgomery, Texas. Stephanie Cavazos from McAllen, Texas. Pearl Chagoya from San Antonio, Texas. Mary Chandra from Houston, Texas. Mhm. America Chapa from Brownsville, Texas. Marina Connor from Rowlett, Texas. Xavier Coonrod from Mesquite, Texas. Our next faculty member is Dr. Mark Johnson. He's a 1988 graduate from Texas A&M, and he's a clinical professor in the Department of Veterinary Pathobiology. Tatiana Korvalin from San Antonio, Texas. Keegan Crow from Frisco, Texas. McKay Dindy from Trophy Club, Texas. Ashley Dominguez from Spring, Texas. Carson Duggar from Dallas, Texas. Our next faculty member is Dr. Susan Eads, a 1982 DVM from Louisiana State University and our Associate Dean for Administration at our Canyon campus. Christina Edelbeck from Houston, Texas. Haven Gill from Austin, Texas. Melissa Espinoza from Odessa, Texas. Leslie Evans from The Colony, Texas. Nicholas Faust from Snook, Texas. Shannon Fehrenbach from Houston, Texas. Our next faculty member is Dr. Sarah Lahan, a 1997 DVM from Texas A&M and a professor in the Department of Veterinary Pathobiology. Haley Fontenot from Orange, Texas. Christina Ford from Fort Worth, Texas. Tara Fox from Pearland, Texas. Bailey Frank from Willis, Texas. Corey Free from New Braunfels, Texas. Holly Freeman from Anmus, New Mexico. Taylor Freeman from Houston, Texas. Macy Friedrich from Weimar, Texas. Reagan Gallagher from Plano, Texas. Cora Garcia from Katy, Texas. Hannah Garthwaite from Canyon, Texas. Janessa Garza from Mission, Texas. Our next faculty member is Dr. James Byloff, a 2012 grad of the University of Missouri, and she's a clinical assistant professor in the Department of Small Animal Clinical Sciences. Elizabeth Gibbs, Auburn, Alabama. Luke Gibson from Corpus Christi, Texas. Jordan Gomez from El Paso, Texas. Justin Gonzalez from Laredo, Texas. Elizabeth Grimes from Cypress, Texas. Valerie Groves from Austin, Texas. Molly Guyette from Driftwood, Texas. Rayanna Pack from Long Island, New York. Rebecca Ann Halapaska from Sandia, Texas. Hannah Haney from Frisco, Texas. Our next faculty member is Dr. Shannon Reed, a 2003 University of Missouri graduate. She's a clinical associate professor in the Department of Large Animal Clinical Sciences. Malia Harper Jordan from Littlefield, Texas. Cole Hardis from Spring, Texas. Emma Hashke from Austin, Texas. Morgan Haverstock from Kerrville, Texas. Sarah Henry from Austin, Texas. Hayden Hensley from Nederland, Texas. Catherine Perrin from Corpus Christi, Texas. Jenny Hernandez from Angleton, Texas. Fred Holcomb from McLean, Virginia. Our next faculty member is Dr. Becky Eshman. She's a 2012 DVM graduate from the University of Illinois and a clinical assistant professor in the Department of Small Animal Clinical Sciences. Cade Holden from Grenada, Colorado. Caitlin Ruzick from Houston, Texas. Our next faculty member is Dr. Kristen Cheney, a 2003 graduate from Colorado State University and our Assistant Dean for Curriculum and Outcomes Assessment. She is a clinical associate professor in the Veterinary Integrated Biosciences Department. Seth Huber, Loyola Beach, Texas. Nicole Hitty from Keller, Texas. Alexandria Inbody from Granbury, Texas. Taylor Irish from Cypress, Texas. Mallory Easelt from Fedora, Texas. Ashley Ivy from Memphis, Texas. Garrett Jackson from McKinney, Texas. Erica Jameson from Fort Worth, Texas. Allie Jenke from Rockwall, Texas. Catherine Jarvis from Akron, Ohio. Virginia Jeske from Tyler, Texas. Gracie Jones from Houston, Texas. Johnny Caldas from Houston, Texas. Devin King from Hillsborough, Illinois. Our next faculty member is Dr. Eric Canese. He is a 2012 graduate, DVM graduate from Texas A&M. He's a clinical assistant professor in the Department of Large Animal Clinical Sciences. John Kirk, Normandy, Texas. Joseph Canoe from Las Vegas, Nevada. Caden Kaufman from Garden City, Texas. Allison Prince Savage from the Woodlands, Texas. Our next faculty member is Dr. Lisa Lund. She is a 1999 graduate from the Kansas State University and a clinical associate professor in the Department of Large Animal Clinical Sciences. Ian Cucciabrala from Mansfield, Texas. Bradley LaFoy from Teague, Texas. Madison Lake from Victoria, Texas. Hannah Langford from Hawkins, Texas. Soha LaRue from Richardson, Texas. Alyssa LeCompte from Flower Mound, Texas. Claire Linker from Dripping Springs, Texas. Melanie Lent from Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Claire Long from Western Springs, Illinois. Our next faculty member is Dr. Michelle Pine. She received her GBM in 1991 from the University of Missouri. She's a clinical associate professor in the Department of Veterinary Integrative Biosciences. Tiana Lopez from Cypress, Texas. Everett Lowenstein from Houston, Texas. Joel Mackey from Giddings, Texas. Stephanie McGuire from Rowlett, Texas. Jessica Mao from Arlington, Texas. Cindy Martinez from Irving, Texas. Madison McClintock from Spring, Texas. Morgan McCord from Califon, New Jersey. Joanna Medrano from Westlaco, Texas. Maria Melger from Cleveland, Texas. Marissa Mello from Mount Shasta, California. Alexa Mendoza from El Paso, Texas. Our next faculty member is Dr. Dana Canese, who received her DVM in 2013 from Texas A&M and is a clinical assistant professor in the Department of Veterinary Integrative Biosciences. Sandra Christine Meneses, Houston, Texas. Mafiza Momin from Houston, Texas. Taylor Montelero McMillan from Lumberton, Texas. Ari Montemayor from Laredo, Texas. Rayanne Munich from Seguin, Texas. Reagan Nentwich from San Antonio, Texas. Allison Nguyen from Missouri City, Texas. Ted Nguyen from Houston, Texas. Emma Oliver from Houston, Texas. Our next faculty member is Dr. Abby Finley, and she received her DVM in 2017 from the Ontario Veterinary College in Canada. She is a clinical assistant professor in the Department of Veterinary Pathobiology. JC Paget from Goldthwaite, Texas. Nikita Padilla from Dalhart, Texas. Morgan Patton from Joshua, Texas. Our next faculty member is Dr. Justin Hines. He received his DVM in 2012 from the Purdue University College of Veterinary Medicine. He's a clinical associate professor in the Department of Small Animal Clinical Sciences. Caitlin Peterson, Friendswood, Texas. Alyssa Perez from Fort Worth, Texas. Tao Wing Pham from League City, Texas. Park Phillips from Madisonville, Texas. Corey Karubsky from Temple, Texas. Adam Powell from Bulverde, Texas. Gabriela Quintana from Friendswood, Texas. Carla Resendez from Waco, Texas. Ashley Ridlin from Rancho Cucamonga, California. Cassandra Rivas from Houston, Texas. Marco Rivera from McAllen, Texas. Our next faculty member is Dr. Alice Blue McClendon. She received her DVM from Texas A&M University in 1989. She is a clinical associate professor in the Department of Physiology and Pharmacology. Brody Rogers from Hamilton, Texas. Christopher Ruiz from Austin, Texas. Bethany Samaripa from Canipa, Texas. Angela Sanchez from Houston, Texas. Allison Saunders from San Antonio, Texas. Cassidy Scatina from Yerington, Nevada. Leah Scotty from West Palm Beach, Florida. Leah Second from Libertyville, Illinois. Nicole Stafford from Sunnyvale, Texas. Michaela Talley from Floresville, Texas. Our next faculty member is Dr. Dusty Nagy. She received her DVM in 1995 from Cornell University, and she is currently a clinical associate professor in the Department of Large Animal Clinical Sciences. Wow. Lindsay Tarby, Princeton, Texas. Lauren Tillman from Altair, Texas. Caitlin Thompson from Flower Mound, Texas. Kai Timmons from Victoria, Texas. Caitlin Tarani from Corpus Christi, Texas. Lindsay Walker from Wimberley, Texas. Molly Watson from Flower Mound, Texas. Kylie Wessels from Pflugerville, Texas. Alexandria Wethington from Raynham, Massachusetts. Bailey Wilson from Palestine, Texas. Brindy Wilson from Abilene, Texas. William Jacob Wilson from Houston, Texas. Megan Wisnowski from Houston, Texas. Vicky Wolf from Ropesville, Texas. Kaylin Wong from Sugar Land, Texas. Kelsey Wright from Richardson, Texas. And Sarah Zunker from Fredericksburg, Texas. We are so proud of the class of 2025. We can't wait to see you in the clinics. We look forward to seeing your faces change a bit over the next year. And we invite you all back for graduation. At this point, I'm going to ask Dr. August to start closing remarks.
So to the class of 2025, you are on the path to enter the most fulfilling and altruistic profession on earth. In veterinary medicine, you will care for and advance the health and well-being of animals and people. As you get ready to enter clinics and participate actively in the care of patients, you become a member of our professional healthcare team. You really do make a difference in patient care. You earn grateful comments of praise from clients. You contribute to the reputation of our hospital, and you represent Texas A&M University to the public, much as thousands of our students are doing today at the big event. Thank you all for coming together today to share in this very important event for our school and for our outstanding class of 2025. Let's bring the house down with one last round of applause. Families and friends, please remain seated as our students leave the auditorium. The students will meet with their families and friends after their class of 2025 group photo is taken by our professional photographer. Once again, congratulations, class of 2025. We are so very proud of you. Gig 'em, we are adjourned.